buying in bulk pretty often as well. You're prepping, you're slicing. How are you storing your food? If you'd like your food to stay fresh longer, if you want to prevent that freezer burn, if you want to just keep the integrity of the flavor of the foods that you're cooking, it might be worth the investment for you to try a vacuum sealer. Now, I used to have one of those giant vacuum sealing machines. I had all the tubes and I had to buy the rolls of plastic. It was way more hassle than it was worth in my opinion. I ended up never using it and giving it away. This is the type of thing I could absolutely use because it's a compact version with all of the power, and it comes from a trusted brand like Cuisinart. It's trigger pulled, so it looks a little bit like a drill would look, right? You're gonna put the bags that come along with it right up on here, suck all of the air out, vacuum seal it tight so your food stays fresher much, much longer. What is really cool too, it's rechargeable, so you're not having to worry about buying batteries for this or plugging it in all the time. It's a grab and go, so it's much more convenient. You're choosing your color. We have black and we have red, and you are receiving bags with this. Reusable bags, by the way, that you can wash and reuse over and over and over again. You're gonna get 12 of the gallon size and 12 of the quart size. Very simple to do. Clearance price point right now, so marked down from $69.99 to $39.99, and with FlexPay it'd be $13 and change to get this one home. Kelly Diedring is waiting very patiently in her gorgeous kitchen, by the way, Kelly. I saw your post on Facebook. It's beautiful. And I'm so glad you're here with me. How are you?
I'm so excited to be here. We're safe, Michelle. My family, we're all sort of staying in. I know you guys are too, as much as possible. I know everybody at home is probably, we're spending more time at home, right? Some of us are homeschooling. I've decided I'm not a very good kindergarten teacher, but
me neither.
That's a story for another day. Yeah. So we're buying in bulk, right? I mean, we go to the grocery store if they have the protein, if they have the fresh vegetables. We're buying a couple of packs, right? So that we'll have it. Who knows when is the next time my grocery store is gonna have chicken breast. So I'm buying a couple of packs. Well, what do you need to seal it up? You've gotta have the vacuum sealer, but you mentioned the kind in the past were big. They had the rolls of plastic.
Oh my gosh, it was such a hassle. It was huge.
And the plastic was single use, right? You have to throw it right in the garbage.
Yep.
Okay, these are not single use. You're getting 2 dozen. So you're getting 24 reusable dishwasher safe bags. Let me show you how it works though, because it's the easiest vacuum sealer I think I've ever used. Just like you mentioned, looks like a drill. So it fits in your utensil drawer. There's no batteries. It charges right up on the charger. And let's do something like our lettuce. Okay, maybe you're getting the BOGO deal on the lettuce, but there's no way that you'll eat lettuce that quickly. I want you to take it out of this packaging, because we know the packaging that it comes in. It's not great. You pop it on the inside here. You can either seal it with your fingers, or it actually comes with on board. The official word is the little zippy thing. So the little zippy thing.
Oh, that's convenient.
There you go. And then it has the little suction. And all you do is take that suction straight to the red dot. And as it evacuates the air, that is your money being preserved, Michelle. I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't have thought of lettuce either. I mean, these are the things you think you just leave it in the bag. And I actually, last week, it was almost depressing the amount of food I was having to throw away because I didn't get to it in time, or the way it was stored wasn't the best way to do it. I mean, you could clean and prep your fresh food, let it dry, and then seal it in these bags. And now you're saving yourself trips to the store. Your food has better flavor, and it's gonna last a lot longer. There are things I would not have thought to do, like this avocado. Never would have thought of that. And how quick does that turn brown? I mean, it's crazy how fast.
I got to tell you, right now is not the time that you want to be throwing money in the garbage on your food bill. You know, I know so many people in my life that are working less, or they actually lost their jobs. So we are pinching pennies, especially at my house, you know, and the last thing I want to do is throw away a bag of basil that cost me $9. So what I do when I get home is I take it right out of the packaging and I place it in one of the bags. You're getting 2 dozen reusable dishwasher safe bags, and then all you do is evacuate the air, and you control the amount of air that you evacuate. All right, so that means I don't have to smush things like delicate berries. Okay, the delicate berries can stay intact because I have a little trigger, just as you mentioned, just like a little handheld drill. that evacuates the air. It doesn't automatically crush everything like the one that you may have had, that big food saving system you may have had.
Well, you know, Kelly, in the past, I think a lot of us bought those huge ones because we thought we needed it for the power, which it kind of, we thought bigger was more powerful. This little guy is very ergonomic. It will fit right into your drawer, but it's Cuisinart, which to me means the quality is gonna be there. What's the power like compared to those giant ones of the past?
Awesome question. So it's Cuisinart, it's a customer pick. So customers just like yourself and myself have rated it a really high rating. The power on this is huge. So you can see, normally you wouldn't be vacuum sealing a tin can, but it's just to show you the evacuation of the air is still incredibly strong.
Wow.
It's just that now I control it with that little, you know, with that little handheld button there. Obviously, that's not how you're going to be using it, but you are going to need the power when you want to seal up those proteins. Okay, are you going to the grocery store and buying a couple of flats of chicken when it's available because you don't know exactly?
Yes.
So you know, vacuum seal your proteins. You can hear. That's frozen. Throw that in your freezer and you won't get the freezer burn. So the next time you go in for a piece of chicken, it's safe to eat, it's gonna taste good and not be completely freezer burned.
And it's nice too because you can portion it out. So if you are getting a huge package and you wanna be able, maybe there's only 2 of you or you just want 1 chicken breast at a time, now you can use these bags and portion it out because you're actually getting 12 of the gallon size and 12 of the quart size. And to Kelly's point, they are reusable. So you can wash them out. You can put these in the dishwasher, can't you?
Yeah, can I show you? Because we've actually been using this for a couple of days and getting ready for shows. I've got mine right here in my top rack. So this is what I do, is I actually turn them inside out because that's where the food was sitting. And I just pop them top rack dishwasher and I run my cycle and all my bags get cleaned and they're ready for the next use. So pop them in your dishwasher because you can reuse them over and over. This is not single-use plastic that's just going to get thrown in a landfill. You know, these are reusable. And I know a lot of folks are baking. Are you stress baking like me?
We actually just made banana bread the other day. Yeah, it was really fun.
Perfect. So she's stress baking, you're stress baking, I'm stress baking. I'm also stress drinking wine, but that's a whole nother story. You can see here, we did our cookie dough. So you can even take your cookie dough, maybe you're making banana bread, whatever it is that you're doing, and you can throw it in your freezer for the next time you want a couple of homemade cookies. You know, the sky's the limit with this one. I just like it because it's nice and small. I'm not trying to say, you know, clear a whole section of your counter. In fact, I want to show you where I keep mine. I actually keep it in my utensil drawer. So it fits right here. You can see all my Cuisinart knives. Yeah. And I just set it right here in my utensil drawer, close it up, and use it the next day.
And you're good to go because it's rechargeable. So we're not worrying about batteries or any of that. And it charges while it's in the base. Is that how that works, Kelly?
Yeah, so that's what's great. A lot of these I've seen out there, well, first of all, they're not very powerful, but they have double A's right here, and you got to keep reloading the double A's almost every time you use them.
Right.
This one you can see is just plugged into my island here, and then I just pop it on the charger. I only charge mine once every couple of months, and I use mine pretty regularly. So it depends on how often do you use it, but it's a NiCad battery, so it can always sit there if you want to keep it there. But I just keep mine like I showed you in my utensil drawer, and then I set it there when I see that it needs a little bit of a charge.
I mean, this is such a fantastic opportunity. Now more than ever, I mean, we're all either buying in bulk or trying to save that time in between trips to the store. I mean, we don't want to be going as often, but if your food is spoiling, if you're noticing that it's getting freezer burn, if it's not lasting as long as it should, vacuum sealing can tremendously improve the amount of time that your food stays fresher. It's going to taste better as well. And before, it used to be a huge pain in the neck. You'd have this giant machine. Mine had like tubes and I had special rolls of plastic. It was a gift and I loved the thought of it, but it became way more hassle than it was worth. How much better to be able to just grab something that's almost looks like a drill with the bags that are included and expand the life of your food. It'll taste better, it'll be fresher longer. This is a customer pick. You can definitely read the reviews on this. It was originally $69.99 and it was a customer pick at full price. This is on clearance price point right now. You're saving $30 today if you pick this up. You choose the red or the black and you're receiving all of these reusable bags, which is really important. You can use them over and over again. 12 of the gallon size and 12 of the quart size. We also do have packs of just the bag bags available on our website if you decided you needed more, because a lot of us are buying in bulk right now. But this is how you do it quickly, simply, and effectively. It's Cuisinart, so it's a brand we love and trust. You can use FlexPay, which we do specially here at HSN. That's how you take your price and you spread it out over time. There's no interest on that. You don't sign up for anything. It's just a way to use any major credit or debit card, PayPal if you prefer that. Get it home for $13 and change and start using it. You have a full 90 days to try this out. If you don't love it and you don't see it saving your food and saving you money and trips to the store, send it back, no questions asked. But at this price point, it is such a great opportunity for something. I think people will surprise themselves how much they use this, Kelly.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I find myself using it every day. Can I show you what I use it on every day?
Okay.
The coffee. So why do we all, and many of us aren't going to the coffee shop anymore. Many of us used to go every single day. Why are we addicted to coffee shop coffee? Have you ever thought about that? Something you might talk about in your therapist's office? I'm not sure. But if you've ever thought, why am I addicted to coffee shop coffee? I think I know the answer. It's fresh.
Yeah.
It's ground fresh every single day. So therefore, coffee shop coffee tastes better. That's how they get you to keep coming back and spending money. When you keep your coffee fresh every single day, meaning they vacuum seal it at the factory.
Right.
It's like a brick.
But as soon as you cut that open, it's whoosh.
It's whoosh, right?
Yeah.
It looks like this. So every morning you go in for your scoop of coffee, you take your zippy, that is, official zippy thing, you run it across. You can also use your fingers, right? If you have dexterity issues though, this is really great to have. And then you vacuum seal your coffee. Every single morning, your coffee will taste like coffee shop fresh ground coffee because it's not exposed to oxygen.
And you just made a really great point that with something like this that's so compact and user-friendly, you will actually be vacuum sealing the items you use every single day. Whereas in the past, I would never have vacuum sealed my coffee if it meant I had to lug out that huge machine every single time. So it's much more user-friendly. You're way more likely to use it, and you're so right, that coffee would be delicious if it's vacuum sealed fresh every single morning.
There's a reason the manufacturer vacuum seals the coffee. They don't want it to taste stale when it gets to you, right? I do want to just showcase the power again and really sort of how you control the amount of air you evacuate. So for something like a raw egg, you can see it's vacuum sealing and I'm pulling that trigger, right? I'm controlling it. I'm not squishing the egg, but I have vacuum sealed perfectly around that egg. Now, just to show you that this is not a trick, this is a raw egg, right? Ooh. So I vacuum sealed a raw egg, but the point is it's not gonna crush delicate things like berries, which we pay, $8.99 for the buy one, get one flats of fresh berries. Yeah. Are you going to the grocery store and all the frozen food aisles are starting to get bare? But the fresh foods are there. Go buy the fresh foods, pop it in your freezer. Now in 2 weeks, you don't need to go back to the grocery store. You've got frozen berries.
That's such a great idea. My kids don't understand why for like 4 days straight, they have to eat blueberries with every meal. And then after that, they have to eat blackberries because I don't want them to go bad. It's wasted money. It's wasted food. You're so right about that one. This is such a simple set. It's $30 off right now. I love that we're including all of these bags. You're getting 24 bags. So 12 of them are gallon size, 12 of them are quart size. Reuse them over and over and over again. You'll never have to buy batteries for this. It's rechargeable. You just saw how much power it has. We have it available in the red and the black. It's Cuisinart, which is a company that has been bringing us these innovative kitchen items since, what, the 70s, was it?
Oh,
a long time.
73, yep, a long time, Michelle. And I'll just show you, maybe you're just joining us, and I've been at HSN for 10 years. I've been selling this probably 5 years. And it's always a customer pick. It's the lowest price I've ever seen it. But if you're just joining us and you missed the first part of the presentation, these bags are reusable. I mean, these go in our dishwasher. I always put them top rack. Sometimes I put them inside out, especially if I've had chicken or fish or something like that on the inside. And then you just run your dishwasher as you normally would. So they're reusable over and over for the life of the bag. And I've yet to have to throw one away.
And I noticed you had the salmon and it looked like you had some herbs in there already, some lemon slices. So you could even like pre-portion out your meals ahead of time.
I want you to. This is, you know what, life is hard right now. We're scared, we're worried, our routines are disrupted. If you can make your life easier by just taking out the salmon, adding a little bit of dill, adding a little bit of lemon, maybe you're adding some salad dressing or some rosemary. And so the next time you go to make a meal in your home, it's easy, right? I can just grab my bag. If you own a sous vide, by the way, or if you just have a pot and you want to boil it, you can boil in these and sous vide in these bags.
Oh my gosh. Now that just took it to a whole nother level right there.
It did,
I love the idea
it?
of portioning it out too. So if you are buying in bulk, let's say you get a ton of chicken at once, and maybe you wanna just put 1 or 2 chicken breasts, or maybe you wanna pre-make your burgers and just have a couple in each bag. That way you're not doing what I do and you have a half open package that you're putting in a zippy bag and then it's covered in freezer burn. So this is a really easy way to portion out and expand the life of your food. And Kelly, I so appreciate you showing us how that works. And you're sticking around with me, right? Don't we have another item together? I thought we did.
Tonight, I don't think so. But
Okay, well, maybe next time.
I'll have a glass of wine for you, honey.
Okay, sounds good. Be safe, thank you so much. We have more coming in this hour though. These are all gonna be kitchen essentials for you because you know what, we are